Oh dear, here we go again, my friends. We've done this before, everyone knows the drill when it comes to this topic, and we can probably predict how this is gonna go, honestly. We saw UGC developers create accessories that appear to be very similar to Roblox hats that already exist, but they didn't quite cross that line of, these are exactly the same hat, maybe we shouldn't accept this into the catalogue. And I suppose there was a few particular scenarios where we saw that line get crossed, but either the developers or Roblox themselves have been pretty good with taking those down in response to the uproar that it caused. And from there, no one else really tried creating a similar hat again. Everything in that area remained kinda quiet up until just a couple of days ago, and because this has happened multiple times at this point, I just kinda want to know what everyone thinks about this, because I've seen a lot of people this time just basically saying enough is enough. So guys, literally feel free to discuss this in the comments of this video, but as always, keep it nice and civil and always respect anyone and everyone. From the thumbnail alone, I think that does a lot of the talking for me here, but there is two new instances in which the UGC creator has basically copied an asset that already existed on Roblox previously. I want to say the difference between our past experiences and what's going on this time is somewhat of a different goings on. Creating a hat that's slightly similar to a Roblox hat is different to completely copy and pasting part of a Roblox face onto a mask, and one of those faces being a limited and the other is off sale and has been off sale since 2010. I don't want to seem like I'm throwing shade at whoever created these masks. This is not my intention at all, and I don't want any of you guys to go sending hate to anyone either. There is absolutely no need to send hate towards a person specifically, but I think this just gets to a point where enough certainly becomes enough. The first one is straight up the mouth from the Roblox Epic face, and it's quite literally just called Epic Masks, so they know what they're doing. Created by someone called Strongbull YT, and the description states, use this epic mask to get an epic outfit, along with the people involved in creating it. I'm going to point out myself that it's probably, of all people that could have possibly created something like this, the person that did isn't really in a position to be doing so at all, especially when you consider that a lot of the Roblox community made it perfectly clear exactly how they felt about that person receiving the epic face for free. If you're not really aware of that situation, quick rundown here. Roblox gave him that face supposedly that he could use it to make a video, and then I guess they were supposed to take it away, but that was literally over a year ago, and even right now this person still appears to have the face and continues to wear it to this day. That's not really my business in the first place, I suppose, but when you take into account the fact that it's been over a year and no one really cares anymore, it's kind of just irrelevant at this time. I just think it's kind of like rubbing salt in the wound that after everyone getting so upset, the response is to create a UGC mask that's literally just half of that epic face. The replies to the Roblox leaks tweet also have several people listing out that this is really quite similar to something called Nice Red Bandana, which is still on sale, but I guess that just makes this situation even worse, since it's now copying two different assets. As for the second one, this one is a copy of the limited face known as Playful Vampire, which is currently at like 13,000 Robux or something like that, but this hat again is literally called Playful Vampire Mask. Going simply by the nature of the two accessories and how similar they are in terms of them coming out at around the same time, they are both copying two different Roblox assets which are already kind of similar to one another in some weird way, and they both look like almost the same mask, like the white of the mask and then the black outline and the string on it. All of this together really made me think that the perpetrator is the same exact person here, aka I just assumed that Strongbull created both of these masks, but I don't think that's the case. I literally cannot find any trace of the Playful Vampire mask existing within the Roblox catalogue, not on sale or off sale, but from the Roblox leaks tweet, it was leaked less than 24 hours ago, so it's probably just gonna take some time to show up in the avatar shop. But again, going to the Roblox leaks website, and this allows us to access the texture and the mesh of the asset. It was actually uploaded by someone who goes by this name. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce it. They appear to be another Spanish Roblox YouTuber, exactly like Strongbull is, so whether they did actually work on this entire thing together, or whether it's just a really weird coincidence, the fact of the matter and the overall problem here is that they exist in the first place, and not only exist, but Roblox obviously let this get through their moderation and allowed it to go on sale, and for just 40 Robux. Again, I really don't want to seem like I'm being awful to these UGC developers or these YouTubers, but let's just take this tweet here as as an example. We need a replacement for that person and have Obedient Mass finally have his UGC access that he deserves. I think this is a great point. As far as I'm aware, Obedient Mass has been creating and tweeting pretty incredible UGC accessory concepts, and those alone have accumulated a lot of real positive attention, and a lot of people seem to want those concepts to become a real thing that they can purchase on Roblox. And yet this person still doesn't have access to UGC or to create their own hats in that regard. But here we still have Star Program members being able to upload literally copy and pasted Roblox assets, except changed up ever so slightly. I just don't think it's all that fair of a situation, if I can be completely honest here. And evidently, just by taking a look at these replies, a lot of people seem to feel the same way. But this one reply is quite funny though, and probably something I'm gonna put in the thumbnail. Could you not copy Roblox items for 5 minutes? But ultimately, it's just tons of people becoming increasingly tired with seeing this drama happen over and over again. I recreated an avatar with this and the know-it-all grin with the Roblox Studio. It's way too similar. I get that Roblox already did this with the nice red bandana, but at least that was more noticeable and it was done with an off-sale face, but enough is enough. So 25 Robux for that face, 40 Robux for this new UGC mask, and for just 65 Robux you can pretty much recreate an entire 80,000 Robux limited face. That's just another problem to add into this very vicious cycle, and I guess it just never ends. But just one last time, I know I go on and on about this all the time, but please don't let me see you guys sending any hate or negativity to absolutely anyone. Constructive criticism, or at the very least some form of criticism, sure, that's what we can be aiming for, but unnecessary hate sent to a person for something as small as an accessory on Roblox, that's never gonna be a great look and not something you should ever go out of your way to do. But anyway, let me know you guys think of this whole UGC stolen or copied assets drama resparking itself. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.